Good morning, students. Welcome to the political science class with the chapter Working of Institution. In this chapter, we will talk about the working of institution. The chapter itself is telling what we are going to study in this chapter. We will study about the work of these institutions. So first of all, we must know what are institutions. Directly coming to the institution, let us take a quick recap of the previous chapter. That was electoral politics. In electoral politics, we see the electoral system of India, how elections take place in India and how the government is formed. The procedure is same for the local level, for the state level as well as for the central level. See, when we elect these representative and when they come in parliament, some work is given to them. The group of people are there, they used to do some work for the entire nation. So those group of people is actually the institution. Is that clear? And how do they work? How do they work? These people, those who are there in the parliament, how do they work? And the major institution of the government are. See, about these one we had already studied in the previous classes. Okay, what are the main parts of the government? The legislature. Legislature is the body that makes the law. Executive, this is actually the organ of the government which execute the rules and the laws which are made by the legislature. And judiciary is there to protect the rights of the citizen of the country, and it works according to the constitution. Their work is to see whether all the laws are made by legislature, whether they are giving benefit to the people or not, means whether they are beneficial for the public or not. When these executives are executing or implementing these laws and rules, whether they are implementing these one in a correct way or not, or if any dispute is there between the organ of the government or between the citizen and the government, there is one organ of the government that actually solves the disputes and the problem of the system. That is your judiciary. In this chapter, we will study in detail about the each of these institutions. Under each institution, some more subtitles or subdivisions are there. Just in legislature, Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. Executive means the people, those who are responsible for executing the rules and the laws, like president, prime minister, and so on. Is that clear? And then we see that all these three organs of the government or these three institutions are working properly or not, and how their presence and work is connected with the democracy. We start the chapter with office memorandum. We start the chapter with office memorandum. This word is new for you. Actually, this office memorandum is the government order. We start the chapter with a case study. Something went wrong. Something went wrong in the year 1990. How they work. What was that order which was issued by the government of India on 13th of August 1990? It was actually introduced by the government of India, which is known as Office Memorandum. See, as we take admission in the school, we got the क्या admission number, है ना? In the same way, all the government orders had their number, ठीक? And their number is known by that one. The office memorandum, which was issued on 13th August, was known by 360 12 oblique 31 oblique 90 dated 13/8/1990. ठीक, मीन्स कोई एक ऑफिस मेमोरेंडम या ऑर्डर इशू हुआ था. And who issued this order? See, the joint secretary. And who was this joint secretary? An officer in the Department of Personnel and Training in the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pensions signed the order. Now here the question arises, who signed this order? This order was signed by the joint secretary of the Department of Personnel and Training in the Ministry of Public Grievances and Pension. So what was that? This order was hardly of one page, and it looked like just like other circular as you had seen in your school also. The government issues hundred of orders every day on different matters, but this one was very important, and it became a source of controversy for several years. ठीक है? Now, in detail, we will see कि what was that order and what was that controversy. Actually, this order was announced for the benefit of socially, educationally backward classes. See, before this, we have only two categories. These two categories were scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. The benefit of job reservation was only for the scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. But a new third category was introduced, which was known as SEBC, and the people, those who were coming in that category, got the quota means a reservation of 27% of jobs in the central government. Is that clear? तो what was that controversy? सीधी सी बात है, SEBC वालों को अगर 27% कोटा रिजर्व मिल रहा है तो प्रॉब्लम क्या है? The problem was the most important thing. So before coming to the problem, see who are the decision makers. While taking the decision of 27% reservation for SEBC, for this, who has taken the major decision? This major decision was not taken by that person who signed the document. He was simply a officer who is merely implementing the instructions given by the Ministry of Personnel, Public Grievances and Pension. And now we will see who actually are the major functionaries in our country. First point, President is the head of the state. Here state word is meant for the entire nation. President is the head of the state and is the highest formal authority in the country. Suppose if I ask the question, who has the highest formal authority in the country? Our answer is the president only. Second one, the important decision maker. The Prime Minister is the head of the government. Prime Minister is the head of the government and actually exercises all governmental powers. He takes most of the decisions in the cabinet meeting. Right now, can you tell me who is the Prime Minister of India? I think everyone knows. And who is the President of India? All of you know. Then third one, Parliament, which is actually consist of the President and two houses. And these two houses are the Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. See, in class 8th, we had already read in detail why do we need the parliament. There was a chapter in class 8th. In that only we had already taken the introduction of this chapter. Parliament consists of the president and the two houses. And which are these two houses? The Lok Sabha and the Rajya Sabha. The Prime Minister must have the support of the majority in Lok Sabha. Means Prime Minister should have the support in Lok Sabha, because all these people, those who were there in Parliament, were involved in this decision regarding the above office memorandum. जिस मेमोरेंडम की हम अभी बात कर रहे हैं उसमें ये सारे के सारे पार्लियामेंट्री वर इन्वॉल्व. This office memorandum was culmination of a long chain of events. This office memorandum has not come all of sudden. It was the culmination of a long chain of events. So what these events started in the year 1979. The government of India had appointed the second backward classes commission in 1979. It was headed by B.P. Mandal. Who was the head of this commission? The head of the commission was B.P. Mandal. That is why this is popularly called as Mandal Commission. It was asked to determine the criteria to identify the socially and educationally backward classes in India and recommend steps to be taken for their advancement. Means to improve their condition, some steps have to be taken. The commission gave its report in the year 1980. See, the commission was set up in the year 1979 and it gave its report in the year 1980 and made many recommendations. Means बहुत सारे suggestions दिए. One of these was, from those suggestions, one important suggestion was that 27% of government jobs be reserved for the socially and educationally backward classes. After giving the report, its suggestions were discussed in the parliament also. For several years, many parliamentarians and many political parties kept demanding. They were demanding for what? They were actually demanding for the implementation of the commission's report. During that time, the elections came. The elections of 1989 came. These were the general elections, or you can say the Lok Sabha election. In its election manifesto, Janata Dal, that time one political party was there named as Janata Dal. In their election manifesto, they had promised that if they voted to power, means if they able to form the government, it would implement the Mandal Commission's report. it would implement the Mandal Commission's report, as we had seen in case of Devi Lal also. When Devi Lal of Haryana won the election, what was his first step? Whatever promises he had made for the people, he started implementing those promises. So they also had promised the people कि if they come in power, they will implement the report of the Mandal Commission. The Janata Dal did form the government after the election, and its leader VP Singh. See, that one was BP Singh, and here we have the Prime Minister. VP Singh means Vishwanath Pratap Singh became the Prime Minister, and several developments took place. After making the government, he had taken so many developmental plans. What were those? The President of India, in his address to the Parliament, announced the intention of the government to implement the Mandal Commission report. Means after becoming the Prime Minister of India, he addressed the Parliament and told about his intention to implement the recommendation or the reports of the Mandal Commission. So on 6th of August 1990, the Union Cabinet took a formal decision to implement the recommendation. Soon after that, the government took a formal decision to implement the recommendation. मीन्स उनको एक तैयारी भी तो करनी थी कि कैसे इन रिपोर्ट्स को हम लागू करेंगे. Next day, Prime Minister VP Singh informed the Parliament about this decision through a statement in both the houses. In both the houses means in Lok Sabha as well as in Rajya Sabha. The decision of the cabinet was sent to the Department of Personnel and Department of Personnel and Training. The senior officers, those who are working in that department, drafted an order in line with the cabinet decisions and took the minister's approval. देखिए, गवर्नमेंट अपनी मर्जी से अपने आप कोई काम नहीं कर पाएगी. They used to take the help of other people also. An officer signed the order on behalf of the union government. In this way, this office memorandum was born on August 13, 1990. For the next few months, as soon as when it was published, this office memorandum was published in newspaper, then what happened? For few years, it was the most important topic of debate. It became the most important topic of debate in newspapers and magazines. Then people started giving different views and opinion on these issues. Even political parties also, many of the leaders also start giving their views, which actually led to the widespread protest and counter protest, and some of which were very violent. It means people did not wholeheartedly, they did not welcome this office memorandum. People reacted very strongly because this decision actually affected thousands of job opportunities. Some felt that the existence of inequalities among people of different caste in India actually create a problem because of this reservation. They felt that this would give a fair opportunity to they felt this would give a fair opportunity to those communities who so far had not adequately been represented in the government employment. Means some of the people thinking, those who are in favor of this Mandal Commission's report, they think that those communities who never get the chance to represent in the government employment, through this they will get the chance. But what was the reaction of the others? Others felt that this was unfair. This was unfair. Why this was unfair? Because it would deny equality of opportunity to those who did not belong to backward communities. तो भाई सही सीधी सी बात है कि बैकवर्ड क्लासेस को जब इतना 27% रिजर्वेशन मिल जाएगा तो बाकियों का क्या होगा? दे वुड बी डिनाइड जॉब्स इवन दो दे कुड बी मोर क्वालिफाइड. सम फेल्ट दैट दिस वुड perpetuate caste feelings among people and hamper the national unity also. So in this chapter we are not talking more about their decision, whether the decision which was taken by the government was good or not. Our main motive is to see how major decisions are taken and how are they implemented in the country. Now see, Mandal Commission report, when it was implemented, what happened? The whole country was set on fire. When it was set on fire, then who resolved this dispute? The Supreme Court and the high courts in India settled the disputes. Is that clear? The case, one lawyer from that one, from filed the case against the government. The Supreme Court of India bunched all these cases together, and this case was known as Indra Sohani and others versus Union of India case. 11 judges of the Supreme Court heard the arguments of both the sides. Means दोनों पार्टी की बातें सुनी गई. Those who are in favor and those who are in against. By a majority, the Supreme Court judges in 1992 declares that this order of the government of India was valid. What was the decision given by the Supreme Court? The order of this government of India was valid. At the same time, the Supreme Court asked the government to bring some changes or to modify this report with some new changes. Till today, that's all. And in next video, we will see about the next subtitles. I hope you are able to understand